gonna get into it, right? But big up to my guy Elias as well, man. It's been a while since you've actually been in the CULERS culture, man.
Yes, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Yeah, bro. I've just been super busy with work and everything. Just like our schedules haven't been able to conflict, but I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to talk about Barcelona yet again. Huge game tomorrow. Emotions are high. Excitement is high. Lamine Yamal, Jude Bellingham, Pedri, Mbappe, Xabi, Hansi Flick. It's going to be a huge game, and absolutely. We all want Barcelona to win, and that's what we're hoping for. Will Barcelona turn up and show their absolute best tomorrow?
Yeah, listen, we'll see. But look, tell me what you guys think about this game, right? Where are your confidence coming into this game? Where are your confidence, honestly, every single one?
Bro, I have a great response for that. I was thinking about this a lot earlier. I'm coining it as cautiously optimistic. Probably the best way to put it. I think, and I say cautious because of the players that we have out. Bro, if we had a full squad, I'd be in here fucking shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be in here just absolutely ready for tomorrow's game, bro. The utmost confidence, no doubt in my mind. But again, you have to recognize the fact that this is not going to be the ideal version of Barça. That's okay. I think we always get up for this game no matter what, and every Madridista knows that as well. COVID Barça got up for these games. Like I've seen it all, bro. So at the end of the day, still optimistic, and no matter what, bro, we got the best player in the world on our team yet again. So no matter what, we got Yamal. I think there's still a chance for magic to happen no matter what. But I'd be really, really curious to see. Honest question maybe for the panel. You mentioned Xabi Alonso, bro. I was doing a little bit of studying, and I'm wondering if he overthinks this game. If he makes a big change in the lineup to prepare for Barça and pulls somewhat of a, I don't want to say a Pep Guardiola, right? But we've seen even Pep in big games just overthink it. Just throw something out there to maybe give himself credit for the big change that he made in the lineup or whatever the case may be that got them over the line. I'd be really curious to see what happens from Real Madrid's side.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we know that's. I feel like he tries to do to that. He does try to overdo it, and I hope he does in this game. To be honest, right? Listen, by all means, you want to overdo it, that's fine by me. Right? Do whatever you want. Look, I'll be honest, right? When I look at Barcelona, and I look at our best strengths and best weaknesses, I feel like this game, it's interesting how what both teams' strengths and weaknesses, how it affects both teams, right? So when you look at Real Madrid, I look at their best strength in the attack being the pace that they have in the attack. You understand what I mean, right? And then I look at what our biggest weakness is the high line. When that high line gets caught, we're screwed because we don't have any fast-paced defenders. You understand what I mean, right? And then you look on the other side, and when I look at Real Madrid, when they play teams that test their defense, when they play against when they play against teams that really make their defense work, right? They usually buckle under the pressure. Atletico Madrid proved it. The Atletico game proved it, bro. Like Atletico Madrid, all they had to do was just be ruthless in attack. They just had to be on their necks the whole time, and they couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle it.
Atleti only gets up for that game, though, bro. They only get up for Real Madrid. That's literally it. Ain't no other game on the schedule that they give a shit about.
I was never fooled for that game. I never thought after that game, oh, Atletico, they're back. Oh, Simeone's gonna. I was never. I've been consistent with Atletico. They turn up against Madrid, but the rest of the season, I'm not worried about that.
That's their World Cup final, bro. Outside of that, ain't nothing there. Ain't nothing there.
But to be honest, you guys can say the PSG game, they were tested as well, like from the get-go. They were pressed hard, and their defense crumbled. I mean, I don't think Asensio and Rudiger are going. None of them going to play tomorrow. I think Dean Huijsen is back, and Militao's going to play. So let's see how these two actually handle a lot of press. Despite us not having Rafinha, obviously, who's the main guy behind the pressing, Ferran Torres will be likely back, so he could obviously press hard as well. Lamine Yamal. So let's see how Real Madrid defense actually cope with that. And going back to the Xabi Alonso point, big games. I mean, last year in the Champions League, he got cooked by Bayern München. I mean, the final, he got cooked by Atlanta, PSG so far, Atletico Madrid. Could this be another big game where he crumbles over things, as you guys mentioned? Hopefully hopefully that's what we want. And every single time it feels like he switches the lineup. One game Mastantuono is playing. There's no consistency. Like one game, Camavinga is all of a sudden in the lineup. Valverde is playing right back. I don't know. Let's see. I feel like hopefully he overthinks it and play. He mixes something.
Yeah,
like you
'cause
guys said.
I
I
think
hope-
This is the biggest game of his
over-
managerial career.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the overthinking part that I see like been throwing around so far with Xabi Alonso and some Madristas is, will he start Brahim Diaz on the right or Mastantuono on the right? Just have that actual right winger. But there's no way he benches, because that means either benching Bellingham and Arda Güler, and there's just no way he benches either of them.
Bro, if he starts Mastantuono in this game, that's a huge mistake. Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so real, for as well as Mastantuono has done, nothing. He never gets the goal. And you know what, bro, he's just not ready yet. So if he starts Mastantuono or a Brahim or even an Arda on the right, that's a mistake from Xabi Alonso, and that's a thing that some Madrid fans are actually worried about. It's like, yo, what if he messes up the actual lineup? What if like we do like self-inflicted harm to ourselves? That could happen with Hansi Flick. I'll say it, and it's not always a bad thing. Hansi Flick, he's kind of like an ABC manager, bro. He's gonna keep it simple. You know what to expect, a 4-2-3-1, right? But there's nothing crazy like you're gonna see from Hansi Flick. We're not gonna go to a back five or anything like that. I feel like Barca, we kind of know what we're gonna get. It's just one or two guys in the back line or from the attackers that we don't know who's gonna start there, but we know the formation is gonna be 4-2-3-1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah,
Hey,
100%.
Something I want to mention, Omar, too. I'm thinking about what they might do. I think tactically, too, on the pitch, regardless of who starts, I think they're going to find ways to just bypass the midfield, bro. I think if I'm Xabi Alonso, I'm trying to find a way to completely go over the Pedri and Frankie and just avoid them trying to. If you go back and watch any of our games last season, bro, they couldn't touch our midfield. Anytime the ball got there, we were one touch pinging it around every one of their midfielders. I think them trying to find a way to get straight to Mbappe, get vertical, and try to get past the high line is going to be how they bypass that every single time. So,
I mean, we've already seen throughout this season, we've seen that instance already happen. We know a game that just like is crystal clear to me. It was that game against Rayo. I don't know if you were to see it, but the manager spoke in the media saying how he was studying Barcelona and Isi. He was constantly in offside position. All they did was Barcelona's press wasn't brilliant that game. Any second runner in from behind got into space, and then they were able to have that low diagonal cross. And Isi, already ahead of the Barcelona defenders, was able to have those opportunities against Joan Garcia. Joan Garcia having a huge game that honestly, kept Barcelona in it, because we could have seen, a huge scoreline in favor of Rayo. And if I'm Xabi Alonso, I'm looking at how other teams were able to harm Barcelona, and I'm following that same template. We've seen Barcelona, if their press isn't there, the highline is going to struggle, and that's going to be something, precisely against Sevilla. They're just similar things. Player offside, try to get in behind, the press is in there, and just simple cross. We've seen that time and time again.
But you know what it is?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say this. I actually I don't know how Madrid's gonna play, genuinely, because every team that's actually hurt Barca, Sevilla, aggressive to start. They only parked the bus when they were up 2-1. They started aggressive. Girona, same thing. Girona always play football. They always try to play football, even if they're bad. Then you got Rayo Vallecano. Rayo Vallecano is one of the few teams, they don't fear Barca. They play us like they're a big team. They always do. They go toe-to-toe. PSG, these 4 games, they took in all 4 of these teams has taken the game, pressed Barcelona high, won the ball, made turnovers from Koundé or Araujo, whoever, Eric sometimes, and they forced our midfield to. We didn't have the ball. We weren't dominant in possession. Is Madrid gonna press Barca though? That's the question. Are they gonna press Barca high up the pitch? Because the Madrid fans that I'm speaking to, they don't really want that. They want to play a mid block, and I think that might actually.
I think but that's the thing. Just to add to your point, Jonas, right? I think that is more to do with the fact of what they know what our weaknesses are. So they know if they go toe to toe against us, they could risk losing the game. Because here's the thing, right? They tried to do that against Atleti. That was the idea when they joined Atleti, when they play Atleti, right? They wanted to go toe to toe because they looked at Atleti and thought, okay, Atleti have been nicking goals. They're not really in good form, right? If we push them, they will be in trouble, right? So, but the problem was their defense let them down. Alvarez, Soloth, Simeone,
it's true.
Nico Gonzalez. Those guys absolutely cooked in that game. And their defense, like Hoisin, Militao, all these guys were struggling in that game. You understand what I mean? It doesn't matter the fact that we don't have Lewandowski or Rafinha in this game. Because don't get it twisted. Rashford is in a good form. And in this system under Flick, he's playing well, right? Yamal is Yamal. Yamal is Yamal. Let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
Ferran Torres is coming back into this game. I think he might be coming up from the bench potentially. That's what I want him to be. Fermin Lopez is coming from after scoring a hat-trick midweek, right? There's a lot of different styles we could see in the game. And here's the thing. I don't think we're going to see the same lineup. I thought in my mind, maybe he might be the same lineup against, what's the name of the club again? Olympiacos. But now that I think about it, I'm like, well, listen, this is too early for draw for me, right? Putting draw in the starting 11 Clásico, that's too much pressure on him. I feel like, just like you guys mentioned, it wouldn't surprise me if Flick decided to play Pedri in the 10 in this game, specifically, right? And then put De Jong and Casado as the partnership. You understand what I mean? I think because you just mentioned it, right? You know how Joe Jose, you just mentioned how basically they can bypass. Basically, they're going to try to bypass our midfield. If you have Casado there, that's going to be a problem. They're going to struggle with that because that's what Casado is going to do. Just sit. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. Look, bro, I think they'll be aggressive, though, no matter what. I mean, regardless of who we set up with, I think at the Bernabeu, Madrid are not going to hold anything back. I think they're going to press us from the very beginning. It really will take a goal from Barça, I think, to settle them in and maybe not be so aggressive up front. But they've seen it's worked. I agree exactly with what's been said already in terms of how Xabi Alonso will look at the games, study the matches where we've been under severe pressure, what it's led to, just conceding goals, and they'll come out. Casado in this game, I don't know.
I mean, he cooked there last season.
Yeah, remember what he did. Remember what he did at the Bernabeu last season, bro.
It's true.
It was amazing.
It's a different year.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's a different season. I don't want to like compare this Real Madrid to Ancelotti's Real Madrid. I really don't. I don't think it's the same game that we have to prepare for. So I wouldn't mind seeing Pedri in the 10, but I also need him deep, bro. I need him deep, dictating the tempo, getting the ball as much as possible, and not waiting for that phase of the game to get here, you know?
Yeah, because against Olympiacos, Frankie played a bit higher up than Pedri. Pedri did his natural thing, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Doing what he needs to do. But,
I agree. I think Real Madrid can actually attack, hurt us if they actually press from the get-go. With Szczesny, I don't know if you guys seen the last game, he falls under pressure. He, with the ball, he gives up unnecessary turnovers, and he's not very comfortable on the ball like Juan Garcia, which can lead to making costly mistakes. So, but that could be double-edged sword for Real Madrid. So if they actually commit and press from the get-go, one long ball to Rashford, Lamine with a lot of space, it could be costly. So they have to take that risk, knowing that Barcelona can hurt them. So I don't know what Xabi Alonso is going to do.
No. I really like that point that you brought up, guys. Just a quick question for the panel: how important is the loss of Joan Garcia going to be? Because we've seen Szczesny so far feature for Barcelona. He's been the keeper in these games in which Joan Garcia hasn't been available. There were some question marks headed towards Szczesny. It's understandable. You know, he's a keeper coming out of retirement. He did a great service to us last season. But with the form that Joan Garcia has been showing, it's going to be a big miss. And how are Barcelona going to cope with that? You know, do you guys think that Szczesny will be a liability in goal, or
I mean,
right. Are you guys
if he plays with his feet like he did against Olympiacos, then we're cooked.
Yeah.
This
is the thing with Szczesny.
That's fair point.
Szczesny has never been good at his feet, to be honest. We're gonna keep it. We knew since we signed him last season that he wasn't a ball-playing goalkeeper, right? But he was good with his hands. To be fair, he was actually pretty good, with his with his goalkeeping, right? To be honest, but here's the thing, right? I would rather have him than Ter Stegen. So
1000%. They don't have Ter Stegen anywhere near
the bar.
Anywhere near
the
pitch.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. You're talking about the floor.
It's either him or Ter Stegen. So Listen, beggars can't be choosers. Listen. Joan Garcia will be a big miss. Don't get it twisted, Elias. He will be a big miss for this game, right? That's a big loss because we've seen how important Joan Garcia has been since he's arrived. Like this guy's won us points. Like the Real game, he won us that 1 point. He's the reason we got that point. We were getting cooked in that game. The Newcastle game, I think people with Rashford got all of the plaudits, but really, if we're gonna keep it 100, Jean Garcia had to cook in that first half because Newcastle had 2 great opportunities to take the lead in that game, right?
Even Levante
We
game.
did, in the Levante game, right?
yeah.
He played well in the
He
Levante
was good
game.
against
So,
Lewandowski.
and people were gonna say, but look at his performance in the Oviedo game. Listen, he cleared the ball, it got to the Oviedo player, and the Oviedo player scored. Those errors are things that are normal. Even the best goalkeepers in the world make mistakes like that. Let's be honest, right? I remember back in the day, right? Neuer, when he was playing for Schalke, he made the same mistake against Inter Milan.
Schalke.
Where Stankovic,
Inter Milan,
Stankovic literally from the middle of the midfield bullied it from the
Yeah.
midfield and scored. Yeah, you can't prepare for that. You can't blame Neuer for that, bro. He cleared the ball. He got to the Inter player.
It's a great goal.
That's what happens.
It was
That
a
was
great
But
goal.
good
that's
finish.
That was a flipping great goal.
But that's the point, right?
Yeah.
Now, Chesney, unfortunately, since he's been back, hasn't kept 1 clean sheet. That's the down in this.
You know what it is, Omar? I just want to say this about Chesney, bro. The thing is, bro, like when you're gonna pass like that, your defenders might not trust you, and they might play with a bit of fear because, like, when they pass and like Chesney against Olympiacos, bro, this guy had, like 3 moments where it's like he's passing to them. Like, bro, nobody's there. Eric can't save you. Cabarsi cannot save you in that moment. It's like, bro, like I don't know, genuinely, like if he. Bro, like it's gonna sound funny, but if he needs like a cigar to relax, bro, do it. 'Cause I'm not even joking. Like we cannot have I'm not trying to start the game with a Chesney blunder and Mbappe tapping. Like that's probably a concern. If Madrid press well, that's a concern. But I low-key think Madrid's. Man, I think they're gonna play in a mid block. I feel like Xabi Alonso's gonna fear Barca what happened to Atletico playing open. So. I just think they're going to play more defensive. Even though they're at home, they might hear whistles if they're down 1-0. I think Madrid's going to play defensive, though. So, I mean, what do y'all think, though?
That's what
Yeah,
Ancelotti
yeah.
did in the Copa del Rey final. He basically played a mid block and tried to shut us down with that, but we were just too good that day.
I mean,
That's,
I
that's
think
they had 2 goals early.
Yeah. I mean, attacking wise, that's the press where the press starts. And Vinicius, in my opinion, is a good presser. I don't know if you guys agree, but Mbappe, I don't think he's the
fast.
kind of a player that presses consistently. Like
No.
he'll press in some moments, but I don't think he even like wants to even press that much. So I'm not expecting Real Madrid to press, like be very attack minded early on the game. But
I think they'll try. This is my theory is that they'll try and it'll be disjointed, right? We all know a press only works if everybody fully commits to it. I think there's going to be 1 or 2 players that, for whatever reason, maybe it's lack of concentration or maybe just, hey, it's early in the game, don't see the need to press this as aggressively. And it's going to be 1, 2, and that's how we're going to, again, get it right back to the midfield maestros that we know can control the tempo. That's what I'm willing to bet happens, but I still think the game plan from them at home, when they know that they got swept last season, will be, we got to come out firing on all cylinders, be aggressive from the front, and really control this game as much as we can, or not be in their face, because we've seen other teams have success with this. But I think it'll be disjointed.
No, but here's also another thing you need to take into account, and I feel like a lot of people are missing this. When it comes to Real Madrid, I know people have been saying who needs this win more? Is it Barca or Madrid? I think Barca need this victory absolutely, because if we win, we go back to the top. You understand what I mean, right? And beating Madrid, it never gets old. Let's be honest, right? So, at the end of the day, we want to win just to regain our spot back at the top of the table, but also for pride. But when you look at Real Madrid, why they need to win, it's a lot of reasons. It's not just because they want to open the gap. It's not just because, they want to beat our rivals. Right? Basically, that's not how they want to. That's not just all. I feel the pressure. There's a lot of pressure on them. They have lost their last 4 Clásicos. We swept them. Like, bro, they had 4 opportunities to beat us last season, and they lost every single one. They didn't even draw. They lost every single Clásico they played us last season. That is going to be in the players' heads. And because this first game is at the Bernabeu, this is integral to them, right? Many of their fans are going to be like, we want to win the game, we want to stay top. No, the fans are going to be like, nah, we need to batter Barcelona, bro. We need you guys to smash these guys. No excuses. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that I feel like will get into an advantage, because look, if they decide to make the same mistake that they made last season and they try to go all guns blazing, they're gonna get cooked. I don't care. People are going to say, well, you're going to have Rafinha in this game. We don't need Rafinha. With all due respect, Rafinha, no. So, of course, we need Rafinha.
I think we need him defensively. That's what we need him defensively.
Yeah.
We need him
Okay, let
defensively.
me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. Of course, we need Rafinha, but my point is, not having Rafinha is not as much of a damage as many people think it is in this game.
Let me ask a
we
question.
have
Let me
players.
ask a question to the panel. Who do you think we need more? That players potentially out, Rafa or someone like Koundé?
Rafinha, I'd rather have.
Rafinha, because I can play Eric Garcia in the right back and he will do the job.
Rafinha. Because attackers always change games. Like if
got a
we're being
good
honest, goals they dictate to momentum. Because if Barcelona score first, that's Real Madrid just shut out for I would say a good solid 20-25 minutes. But if let's say your defender is having a good game, but still one mistake and they're able to score,
I don't know.
You're on the back foot.
I remember the Newcastle game.
Would you guys rather have? Would you guys rather have, like, if you had the choice, Rafinha or Jan Garcia in this game to play?
Johan.
Jan for sure.
Johan Garcia.
I'm sorry, bro. Like, Johan
Based on this
That's a good
season, it has to be Juan Garcia. Based on this season alone.
No.
I mean, he saved us
fair.
multiple times.
Yeah.
So,
he's literally
so-
having like a third center back there, just cleaning things up. It's just his ability to read the game when balls come over the top. He always just seems to be in the right place, even if he's 20 yards outside of his box. Like, he's just always there, bro. He's our own version of prime Neuer at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. I think he's him. The reason I asked about Koundé though was because I remember the Newcastle game, bro. We talked about Johan Garcia, Rashford. They were getting all the plaudits. I still feel like Koundé had a shutdown game.
He did.
Absolutely, just a masterclass, bro. And when we can lock up a prime attacker from any team at the top, again, if it's in Europe or even La Liga, if he is able, if Mbappe is the only threat that we have to really worry about because Vinny's being shut down by the outside, Masatuano can't do anything. I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of value to also saying that Koundé could be just as pivotal as Rafinha.
No, of course. The reason why I said Rafinha is because when you look at those key games, it was Rashford that basically won Barcelona match. It was that absolutely banger to get Barcelona the winner, and it was also his goal to open up the match. And when you talk about Jules Koundé, I agree he's gonna need to have a huge game because in these past couple of weeks he just hasn't been at it. We were talking about it before, but I don't know if it's mental exhaustion, fatigue, lack of concentration, or just not being at his level. He's playing so much football that if we have a great Jules Koundé locking down Vinny Jr., we have a great Cubarsí as well, then Barcelona just looking so much better in the defense. And that just opens it up. That allows us to play so much better.
The problem is this, for me, right? When it comes to Koundé, I love the guy, right? I think he's very talented. I think that, at the end of the day, he was one of the best, if not the best right back in the world last season. I think that last season, he was like his defensive work, especially in those Clásicos, he pocketed Vinny every single time we played them last season, right? But here's the thing with Koundé. Koundé has really, really, really been quiet this season. You understand what I mean, right? Like, he's been very quiet. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he's really had terrible games this season in general. Your thing is a little bit loud. Can you mute it for a sec?
Yo, big up. Man like Facado. Big up, bro.
Yeah, mute it. Anyway. But yeah, basically my point is this, right? He's not had a good start this season as he did last season, right? That's why when the question was given to me, honestly, I would take Rafinha. Because
Omar, I was gonna say, how much of that is due to Eric Garcia's play? How much
That's
of
the
that?
reason why, though.
I know, and he's probably the most underrated player, arguably, in La Liga, bro. Definitely on Barcelona, that's for sure. But I think he's arguably one of the most underrated players in La Liga.
And this is, and that ties into why I would rather take Rafinha, because I'm sorry, I've seen Eric Garcia improve so much this season that I would be happy in this game alone if I could have him at right back and have Rafinha on the left wing. You understand what I mean, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't think it would change. I don't think it would change too much. You understand what I mean, right? If you give me a choice. And when it comes to Jean Garcia, I think anyone, right? Like, listen, we love Rafinha, but I feel like what Jean Garcia will bring, at least he will bring a level of safety in our minds as fans to know, okay, we have Jean Garcia in goal. If the defense messes up, Jean Garcia can save us, right? So we would rather have Jean Garcia in this game than Rafinha. You understand what I mean? Because maybe the attack can still do a job without Rafinha in this game, right?
Yeah,
But,
it's not a bad
but
thing.
but for me, there's so many different things, right? When I look at like the issues, right, with Barca, right? I think more than anything else, Flick, and this is gonna be hard because I know Flick is stubborn as hell, but Flick needs to drop the line. I don't mean drop it all the way down, but brother, we can't have the high line all the way in the midfield. If we have that line near the midfield, we are cooked. I want you to understand. Kylian Mbappe, bro, Girona had 2 one-on-ones in that first half. Imagine we give those one-on-ones to Kylian Mbappe. We are finished, bro. Hat trick before the end of that first half.
But bro,
Come on, man.
the only issue I have with that is the only reason that happens is because we don't press aggressively together from the front.
Facts.
If we press from the front collectively, if Rashford can figure out a way to channel his inner Rafa, bro, and just go hard, Yamal go hard from the front, Varane be in their face from the get-go, that high line is not as much of an issue. It's really not.
And something that was really worrying in that match is I don't know if it's just fatigue at the start of the season, which is worrying altogether. Just like, why are these players so fatigued? Why is this Barcelona team who didn't play in the Club World Cup looking like this? But when there's an exchange between Pedri and Ferran, in which Pedri was saying, Ferran, hey, you had to press
Was
the
it the
fullback.
Sevilla game?
It was. Yeah, it was the Sevilla game, in which he tells him, "Hey, you can't be letting the fullback have that much time on the ball," and that's Pedri telling Ferran, and Ferran is supposed to be your player who's pressing absolutely nonstop. If you have Ferran not pressing, then that's an issue, and so I completely agree. It's the high line works only if the pressing is there. It's high intensity, it's high risk, high reward as well. You've seen Barcelona dominate teams playing in that fashion, and so a lot of things are going to have to go right for Barcelona tomorrow in order to have that win that we all want.
Yeah.
By
When
the
it
way,
comes to the press,
Jonas, before you continue, chat. I have over 138 people in here, and I'm only 20 likes.
wow.
Do you guys understand? This what kind of conversion rate am I witnessing here? Like, brother, dude, I've never seen, bro. Bro, this.
We need this Mbappe conversion rate tomorrow. No bullshit.
Yeah, bro. Listen,
Yeah.
if Mbappe's conversion rate was this bad, bro, we would win El Clasico tomorrow. Okay, bro. Come on, guys. Listen, bro. I should be on 50 likes already, man.
Let's go,
I'm on
man.
20 likes.
Drop a like, man. Drop a like.
You guys, listen. I got a great panel here, right? Where we're giving you, right, El Clasico preview with the panel, and you guys are not even out here supporting, bro. This is embarrassing, man. Come on, guys, smash the likes.
true. That's kinda
But
crazy.
Jonas, finish your point, bro.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, bro. Like when it comes to the high line, it's only a problem if step one is pressing well. Like if we press well, then this is why Flick in the interviews he sounds crazy, but he's right in theory when he's saying, "Oh no, the high line still works, but we're getting destroyed." No, he's right in theory because if we press well, then these chances should not even begin with. It's not going to be in the midfield, and the midfielder will not have time to pass to the fullback or whoever, because that's what they're doing to us. But I do believe that our press is going to be good this game, right? I don't know about the rest of the season, but this game, if the players cannot get up for an El Clasico, we need serious questions, because I have to be honest, right? And we have to ask why our attackers, why are they not pressing well? Because I've said it, right? Lamine Yamal, I love you, right? Rashford, you're my guy. But these two guys, bro, Lamine and Rashford, they do a half-hearted press, bro. It's like they try to, and you can't. A lot of people don't notice it because they try to act busy, but they're not busy. I'm not even joking. It's like let me tell you guys what it is. It's like if you ever are cheating in school, right? And the teacher's walking by, and you're just scratching your head, and you're trying to where's my eraser? Grabbing your back. No, that's Lamine Yamal and Rashford. They're trying to act busy, but they're not busy, bro. Because you know what I know what busy is? Fermin, Rafinha. Because they actually get the ball. They actually deflect it. So, but I do believe our press for this game, I think everybody's going to be up for it. And I do think we're going to press well. So I do think the high line's going to work. But you're right. Late in the game, I want Flick to switch up if the players get tired. That's my only concern.
Bro, Jonas
Yeah, I
is on
mean,
himself, bro. That's crazy.
with the history of Hansi Flick.
Hey, yo,
I mean,
hey.
with the history of Hansi Flick, I don't think he'll be like pragmatic, man. This guy is all in. I don't know if you guys, I mentioned this, or Barça boy mentioned this on Football Chaos yesterday. This guy was playing Highline in the Champions League final, leading 1-0, 90th
Yeah.
minute. So even if the players are somewhat tired, this guy is still gonna
He
play
dies
the
by it.
I
highlight.
mean,
He
you
dies
can
by
play
the
the
highlight.
highlight. but
He
can
lives
drop
and
the
dies
line a
by
little
it.
bit?
Yeah.
He
Like, bro.
has to show me. He has to show me like a bit of hint of pragmatism. This guy is all in or all out. So I don't think he will all of a sudden drop it.
Well,
Let's
how
see. I
much? How
mean,
much
this-
does it?
but
How much
this-
does it change though if he's not there? Like if he's not on the touch line, how pragmatic
also-
do we get with our approach?
I mean, you guys have seen Luis Enrique. Like he tried this whole like experiment where he was looking the matches from the up top. So maybe watching the game from the stands could actually give him a good point of view and say,
clear-
you know
clear
what,
view.
the highlight might be too risky. Let me just drop it back.
For real,
You
bro.
might-
It's like
He might see some different tomorrow, but let's see what Marcus Sorg. I mean, they might be communicating from the earphones. I don't know. Let's see how much influence he will have on the game tomorrow. Let's see.
I mean, for me, I know he's gonna play the high line. I think that's not the point, right? We know he's gonna play the high line, whether we like it or not, right? But brother, you can drop the line. Like nobody has a gun in your head telling you to play it so high.
It's
bro.
himself, bro. It's himself. It's all up here. He's like, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it, bro.
Like-
It feels
Like,
unnatural.
dude, like here's the thing, right? I feel like when it comes to Flick, you can play the high line. Just make sure that you have the right defenders to play your high line. If you don't have the defenders, right? It's like, brother, like respectfully, right? It's like big up to you, Miguel. Big up to listen, big up to my guy Barça Volume. My guy hit 5K subscribers yesterday. My guy.
Almost.
That's
Big
big
boss.
go. Big up to my guy, man.
Five
Listen,
kids,
man.
bro's doing the Wilt Chamberlain. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man.
Oh man, let's go.
Listen, man. Road to 10K incoming, man. Don't worry about it, man. This
What's
season's gonna
up,
be
boys?
good,
What are you
man.
guys talking about?
Listen, we're talking about Flick and the highlight.
A Chiquio Clásico.
Yeah, listen. I'll be honest, right? When it comes to Flick, I was just talking about like the high line. I'm like, okay, here's the thing, right? I get every manager has their own philosophy. You can have your philosophy, but here's the thing: you need to have the players that fit that philosophy. The problem with Flick is, right? He wants to play the high line, but in order to play the high line, you need to have pacey defenders that can recover when the high line doesn't work. You understand what I mean, right? Like it's the way things work. Like just don't play the high line. Just play it in a certain area.
So
You understand what I
Araujo
mean, right?
starting then. Araujo starting then.
So I'm hearing
Omar.
that apparently Araujo might not even be starting. in
Omar,
this game.
Omar, can I say that? Well, during his Bayern days, his highlight was successful, but he didn't even have past players. It's all about like perfecting the offside trap. I mean, Boateng, that
I mean,
guy was
but
not
Alaba was
That was
playing
good.
as a defender at the time, and he was a fullback.
Yeah.
Remember, he was a fullback to a centre back, so he actually had some pace in it. Right? This was like this is not now, like this is not like Real Madrid Alaba. Like this is Bayern Munich 2020. So he was still
Yeah.
like relatively in the prime years of his career. He was still playing at a high level. He had that recovery pace if they got caught. You understand what I mean, right? The problem with our defense is we don't
Omar, I
have
kind
one.
of disagree with that. I can't lie. I kind of disagree because I don't think it's the defenders like who you play. I know what you mean. The defenders, they bail you out, and having fast defenders definitely helps. But it's like, bro, like we're giving time and space to like at the end of the day, I don't care if it's Jonah, it's professional players, bro, in La Liga. Like they have acres of space, time. They have 3 guys who are open. Like that's the problem. Why is our midfield so open? Why are teams like they can get into our midfield? Why like they can get into they can bypass the press, get into the midfield, have time and space in the midfield. That's not okay. That's where I'm like, we have to press better. Maybe we got to be a bit more compact on the press. Maybe it's 1 or 2 guys switched off, right? I don't actually think it's the center backs all the time, bro. Like I think I understand they're the guys making mistakes. You see them
Against Sevilla, we had oceans of space in the midfield.
Exactly.
And I saw somebody posted, I think it was Barça Media. He tweeted like 4 pictures. In every goal, there was at least 30 yards between Pedri and the defense, and Pedri was literally the closest the closest player that we had to the back line. And they were just like oceans of space. Like, okay, so ever since they started like marking one-on-one on Pedri and Frankie, they've been getting bothered the last couple of games. When they actually, if they lose the ball there, like there's nobody to save them. Like there hasn't been any support. So this is why I think that I guess we're gonna have Frankie, Pedri, and Fermin, right? So with this kind of spacing, sometimes it's good to have an actual just lone pivot, like for example Casado, right? Sometimes just to have that one lifeline back there in case Pedri loses the ball or Pedri gets pressed or something like that. But the fact that Frankie sometimes is too forward, and then if Pedri makes a mistake or if he gets marked on or if he gets double teamed, then that's when we get issues. Especially that's kind of what happened against Sevilla.
But Miguel, what I will say to that, though, I'll go back to my last point. I think there was acres of space because I think Frankie and Pedri had to make up for the fact that they had to push forward and press further to cover the gaps that were let through by the front line. I think the front line wasn't pressing aggressively, so when they got beat, they had to step up further. And then when they hit that ball over the top, it's literally nothing but free open space.
1000%. Look, the press. We all know by this time now. We know the press only works as a whole. Like if two players are not pressing, this is why Real Madrid was having a lot of issues last season, because Vinicius wasn't pressing, Rodrigo wasn't pressing. These players never play defense, and now when they have another system, like for example Xavi Alonso, like they don't do it as well as Xavi Alonso wants them to. Like they don't do it for the full match, but they'll do it for like 30 to 40 minutes in every game, and this is how we're supposed to play. Everybody needs to press. If Rashford and Lamine are not pressing, we suffer. I mean, we suffer a ton, bro. Like just there's no support. That's the problem.
So I think that Fermin Lopez's return is huge for this Clásico, isn't it?
Yeah, I add so much intensity.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude. Like nobody's talking about that. I think the key to this game is not going to be Lamine Yamal. It's not just going to be Rashford.
Fermin.
I think if we can get a good performance from Fermin Lopez, dude, that's going to be the difference for winning tomorrow, dude. I'm telling you, Fermin Lopez.
This is why I was hyped.
Every bit of it.
And you know what's fun? And you know what's funny in volume, right? I think I might have said this to you during the chat in the group chat. All right, I don't know if I said this to you, but when he scored that hat trick, bro, that more than anything else, what that made me, the reason it made me happy, it's not just because he scored a hat trick, right? Because the hat trick is great. It's more of the timing of the hat trick because he's coming back from injury. This is his first start since his return from injury, and he's already showing what a lot of Barca fans have been missing for a long time in that 10 under Omo, right? Where in the form that Omo was on. You understand what I mean, right?
Yeah.
To see how he's been playing, the pressing, the ruthless, we know when it comes to Fermin, and this is why, even during the summer, right, when he was being linked out of the club, I never wanted this brother to be sold. I stayed on my bro. You remember, Volume? We were doing countless streams during the transfer. I said between Casado and Fermin, I'm selling Casado.
No, and I'm not surprised. And this is why I said back in the day, like if we're not going to sell him between 85 and 90 million, we cannot let him go.
No,
exactly. That's what I said too. Bro. Yeah, we said that. You remember? Because we were saying, remember, when we did a CULERS culture, we were talking about the Fermin. We did a stream on the Fermin Lopez thing, right? And we said 90 million or bust. I'm sorry, I'm not selling Fermin for less than 90
Bro, Chelsea
million.
had the audacity to bid 40 million.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
It's ridiculous.
Bro, they should pay 40 mil just for even contemplating that. What the hell? That's so disrespectful, bro. What the hell? That's insane.
Just contacting the entourage, 40 million.
Yeah, bro. This is just to.
Hey,
just
somebody.
bro,
I made a video on this,
just,
and somebody said on one of my video when I said about this when I said this about Fermin, somebody commented like for which leg.
What?
Crazy, bro.
For which leg?
For which leg? 40 million for which leg?
Okay, wait. But quick question for the panel, guys, because as also you said, yes, Barcelona, they have to press and everything. This game, I believe, is going to be defined by moments, fine details. If Mbappe has a one-on-one against Chesney, and if he scores or if he misses, if Fermin or Rashford, Lamine Yamal have an opportunity on goal against Courtois, does Courtois make a huge save, or are we able to have a big game? And so I ask you guys this question: if you guys were to choose one player to have a big game, to show up in the moment, who would that be?
For us or Madrid?
No, for us, for us.
It
us,
has to be
it's
Lamine Yamal.
Lamine
Has to be
Yamal.
Lamine Yamal.
Yeah.
No,
No,
listen. You know what?
if
You know what?
Lamine
I'm gonna
Yamal
segue.
looks-
I'm gonna
if-
segue to this
No,
next
if
point.
Lamine Yamal's on his day, like for example, like if he plays, like he plays against what was that game in the international? I think it was actually Turkey, right, against Arda Güler, Arda Güler. He had an amazing game. Like he was unstoppable, relentless the whole game. He just really literally reminded me of the game in the Inter Milan game. If Lamine Yamal plays like that, dude, we're unstoppable. Like we cannot be stopped. This is so. I know we lost against Inter, but dude, how many saves did Sommer made in that game? And I know they
Yeah.
have a good goalkeeper, but if Lamine Yamal is on his day, dude, scoring goals or assisting, dude, it's gonna be a long day for Real Madrid, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen,
I'm
let
not
me
gonna
tell
lie.
you something. Let me tell you something, right? I just need him to score just for this. You understand what I mean, right? Because listen, I've seen how rattled the Madrid this have been, bro. I've never seen this fan base. Like, this is how you can tell this fan base is so filled with crybabies, bro. Like, my guy sat there and said one thing, and apparently their team, their squad, their players are all fuming. It's like, bro, my guy just spiced up this Clasico, man. Like,
Yeah.
what is this? What are you crying about? What is
And
this?
I'm
What is this?
I'm seeing some reports saying that Dani Carvajal will be talking with man.
Yo.
He's the worst one. He's
Yeah.
the worst. I mean,
he's not wrong.
do you guys remember in the
Yeah.
Euro final? This guy was gesturing crybaby to Saka. I mean, when Saka tried to score the chip against Courtois, which got saved, this guy grabbed Saka by his neck at the halftime, and he's all of a sudden talking like he's the saint. He cannot do
Humble.
man.
Humble.
And not only
Yeah,
that,
like
on,
humble,
on
yeah.
social media, every single time we lost during that 23-24 season, man, like Chouameni was like, what you say, making fun of the Barcelona sponsor. The same goes for Rodrigo when he scored. He was like mentioning Drake's song. These guys are hypocrites.
Bro, Rudiger, bro,
These guys are
Rudiger
hypocrites.
laughing at us, bro. Like when we
Posting
lost-
laughing
Yeah.
emojis, everything. Nah,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. No. Lamine, talk
Bro,
your talk
bro,
tomorrow. Dunk on them. You know, Kaima, and be Rashford. Let's go.
And it's just
No,
so
for
funny,
me,
bro,
look,
because
I'm gonna
Brian
be-
Pepe and Ramos were way worse than anything Lamine's ever done.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
Like Pepe and Ramos were miles beyond anything Lamine Yamal has said.
Well, that's what
I-
happens when you don't have anyone from your academy who
What about-
bleeds Madrid. They don't have someone
I'm gonna
like
be,
we
I'm,
do,
I-
bro.
I'm gonna be real, okay? So I'm the biggest Lamine defender. Like I've defended Lamine Yamal when you guys are bashing him or when you guys are criticizing him, right? Like I feel like I see myself as a Lamine Yamal defender, and
Yeah, no.
as a Lamine Yamal defender, I just gotta be honest. Like I
right.
didn't like the whole Madrid cheaters thing. Just because I feel I'm okay with the whole like I'm gonna score, I'm gonna beat you, I'm gonna do this. I want to get your guys' thoughts on that because to me, I think Madrid are cheaters, Barcelona are Negreira. I think this is for the fans. I don't think
But-
players, presidents, socios. I don't think these type of people should get into who's cheating or who's not cheating. I know I like the second part a lot. We're gonna win a Clásico. Give me, it may be a
I'm cool with
4-0.
that.
Give me that. I'm fine with that. But when it comes to like cheating, I don't know how much I agree with that. As a matter of fact, I think this is.
I
this is
didn't think.
a bad
I don't
comment.
think.
He's not
yeah,
wrong. He's not wrong.
So this is the point, right? Yes, you're right. As fans, we say that to each other all the time. I think when it comes to Lamine Yamal, right? He's a guy who's from the academy. Like he's one of our own as a Barcelona player, right? He's from the academy, from La Masia and everything. You understand what I mean, right?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I've seen, and this is the thing, Miguel. Let's be honest, right? We've seen Madrid players say things like this in sneak disses. They don't actually like come straight to the point and say Barcelona are this. They like to throw subliminals, and they think as fans we will not be able to notice when they throw
Yeah,
subliminal
but we
shots.
criticized Courtois when he talked about Negreira.
But that
So
exactly,
that
but
same
that's the
logic
point,
has
right?
to apply, right?
But
'Cause
here's
we
the
did-
thing: when they use the Negreira thing, you didn't hear our players complaining about Courtois bringing up the Negreira thing, because we knew what they were doing. When he brought up the Negreira thing, he was basically trying to they would say, "Oh, it's a response to what Laporta said." You understand what I mean, right? The fact that you have to bring up something that's in a court that is still in process, right? We have not been found guilty yet, right? The players could have had every right to say, "Now, why is he bringing this up when technically we have not even been found guilty yet?" Right? Like, You see understand what I mean, right? So them sitting now, and this is my issue with this, right? You can take offense to this as Real Madrid. I would not be surprised. Like, that's not the issue. Madrid players or Madrid fans having a problem with Yamal said, it's cool, bro. Because here's the thing: we can't sit here as Barca fans and say, if the shoe was on the other foot and Vinny Kylian Mbappe said what Yamal said, that we would not be upset. We would be. You understand what I mean, right? But for them to sit there and cry about it, sitting there complaining and saying, "Oh, they're gonna have a talk with brother."
Yeah,
this
the
is
whole
what,
talk,
like,
the whole league, I think it was pathetic, dude. If you're gonna
that's
talk,
pathetic, especially for Carvajal. This guy was in the
this-
same locker room with
but these
Ramos,
things-
Pepe,
look.
all these guys, bro.
Yeah, but these things happen. Like, players talk to each other after the game. They'll have a little word here, a little word there. But the fact that it got leaked, that means they're planning they're planning at least one or two people there planning on talking to Lamine Yamal after the game. Otherwise, it never would have gotten leaked. For example, like if I'm okay, let's say that I'm a captain of Barça and I don't like something that Vini said, and I know that I'm gonna go talk to him after the game, but I'm gonna keep that to myself because I don't want that to be out there before I talk to him. You know what I mean? Like if I actually wanted to have a grown-up conversation with him about something that I don't agree with, I'm actually going to wait and just be calm, be composed, not tell anybody else, and I'm just gonna do it after the game. That's totally fine. Players do that all the time. But the fact that it got leaked to me was pathetic, bro.
It's also a matter like if you understand Spanish, I recommend just go watch the actual video of them speaking instead of reading it. Lamine looked like he was just having a conversation with friends, like trolling, I guess rage baiting. It wasn't like I'm sure he was serious, but at the same time, it's a matter of he's part of the social media world. He's a young guy, so he understands that. Hey, I'm gonna put it out there to
Leo,
get people mad.
I do agree with Leo. I made a video on this about an hour ago. I posted it, but no, I know some people are not gonna agree with it. But this is one of the things I said before I started my video. I said, you know what? Let's bring in some context. This was a trolling. That was not a formal interview. It was not a press conference. It's not a formal interview. This was literally a show they're doing for the futsal league that they have, right? The Kings League. And like before Lamine even said anything, Lamine told Ibai. He told him, "I think you came here because you knew I was coming to this show and you wanted to interview me." And then Ibai was like, "You're crazy. I'm not here to interview. I'm here because I have a team." So like they were already trolling each other before, this whole thing, like the trolling was encouraged in this whole conversation. So that is the context of some people will take it out of context. But even within that context, I still think it's wrong to just blatantly say Madrid cheaters, especially if you're a superstar for Barca. You're definitely representing Barcelona, and not to be more professional.
But can I say this? Was he not asked the question? Like, I think he got put on the spot. If I'm not mistaken, he was asked that does Real Madrid steals? So if he actually even ignored that question, he will still get criticism, in my opinion, because a lot of people are saying by his silence, he's implying that Real Madrid still steals. So he can never win in that situation. I feel like he was put in a tough spot.
And another thing is that throughout this entire season, Lamine Yamal, his rise to fame, his rise to becoming arguably the best player in the world, winning the Ballon, second in the Ballon d'Or. Every single thing that he does, whether that be personal in his private life or out on the football pitch, it's being amplified, guys. The noise and everything, it's just anything he says, even if it's just like bantering, just with talking with Ibai or anything like that, it's amplified. And then you see the campaign from Real Madrid, the media and everything just add on to it. And just giving my personal opinion, I absolutely love to see those interactions. I love the banter. I don't know if you guys were able to see it, but there was an exchange between Piqué and Marcelo. They were able to reminisce about stories about
Retired players.
No, I completely agree.
Game, though.
I know, but I want to see that. I want to see Piqué talk smack about Real Madrid. I want to see Marcelo do the same.
I love that video too.
But also,
I want to see that interaction between Jude Bellingham and Pedri. I want to see that interaction because guys, at the end of the day, why do we watch football? We watch that for entertainment. Like if we were to watch, professionalism and just bland football, we probably wouldn't be watching it. I'm just giving my opinion as a fan.
But I think there's two angles though. That because the second angle I agree with you. I do think there's not enough of this banter anymore. And I even said that in my video. I said, like, you know what? I love it when, Ronaldo used to say, we all remember that one time where we beat Almeria, when we put eight goals on Almeria right before a Clásico, and Cristiano Ronaldo said, yeah, we'll see if they can put up 8 goals against us. And we beat them 5-0 literally the next game. And the streets never forgot about that. That's how fans are. I love, so I love that. I want more of that. I want more of Lamine saying, we scored 4 goals before. It could happen. Because if I said, is it going to be 4-0? And Lamine Yamal was like, I didn't say that, but it could happen. We've done it before. So I love that. That I love. But what I'm saying, though, Madrid cheaters, I think that's another level. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, okay, so hold on. Before you continue, here's the thing. At the end of the day, I've seen this happen before, Yamal. I remember when Piqué and Ramos used to go at this on Twitter, bro, and Arbeloa. Like, remember? Arbeloa, when Arbeloa used to play for Real Madrid, he used to talk shit about Barcelona all the time. This was when we were actually like, this was under Pep, if you remember. Like, people think that this Madrid does thing that we forget, like, when they used to do this. Let me tell you something, right? And listen, if you're a fan of this artist, I'm sorry, right? But I have to put this out there. This Madrid players, they all sound like a bunch of Drakes. That's what they sound like, bro. With all due respect, right? No, dead ass. Let me tell you why I'm using the analogy.
Bunch of goats, you mean?
I was saying the meme.
Well, listen. If you're a Drake fan, bro, I'm not trying to be mean. Let me be clear here. I'm not talking about his fans because I don't think he makes great music, right? At the end of the day, you can love him, right? I don't even hate Drake. I actually like his music too, right? But my point is this, right? It's the lack of accountability when you do something and it's done to you and you don't like it, so you start acting like this, like, how dare this person go to the same route as me, right? I don't want to do this. I don't want to make this a whole music thing, but you get the point. For those of you guys who understand what is going on with the Kendrick Lamar Drake thing, you understand what analogy I'm using. Don't do something, and then when it's done to you, you start moving like a crybaby. Oh, why would he go to the same levels as I did? No, bro. It's the same thing. Accountability. If you know that you are capable of doing the same thing, bro, don't be surprised if your opponents do the same thing. You should actually encourage it. You should be like, hey, listen, it doesn't matter, bro. I would have done the same thing he did. It is what it is. You understand what I mean, right? I mean, doesn't mean I have to be happy about it, but I get it. This is why even guys like Will, like Football Carnage, was even saying he had no problem with what Yamal said because he wants his players to do the same. Talk shit about Barcelona, bro. I want to hear you talk shit, bro. This is a rivalry. There's no friends in here.
Yeah,
I want
exactly.
to be friends with Real Madrid.
And Omar.
People need to understand this is hatred. This is personal, bro. Like, there's no friends in here. I don't know why.
This is why I criticize Arda Güler, because it's like, want to try to win the game. Like, what is that?
Don't try.
We're going to try to win the game.
He's scared.
That's boring answer. That's a PR answer.
Will's not confident, bro. Nah, but you know what I want to say, bro? It's like, people are criticizing Yamal, but I got to be honest, bro. Yamal is bringing more hype to the Clásico. Let's be honest, bro. Madrid fans care so much. They're like,
He spiced it up, bro. He spiced it up.
Bro, he legit, Yamal
Gotta make it spicy.
Yamal is bringing way more hype to the Clásico, whether you like it or not. Like, I remember the Clásico. I hated Madrid back in the day. Why? Because remember what they used to do to Messi? Even though they would be losing the game, Ramos, whack him. Bro, Pepe, you know this guy. They would cause fights, and it created that tension that I hate this team. And I feel like Lamine Yamal is kind of bringing it back. No other player from Barça and Real Madrid talk as much as Lamine Yamal. But to be honest, personally, I don't mind it. I actually, the comments about the ref, I don't really like that one because I wouldn't like if, like, for example, the World Cup final, Mbappe complains about the ref, or Cristiano in general complains about the ref. Like, I wouldn't like that. But when it comes to the confidence, I mean, I love it. But hey, Omar, share my screen, bro. Look what I'm sharing, bro. Look at this real quick. Hold up. Peep this, bro. Yamal legitimately just posted it, bro, on Instagram. Look at this. Can you guys see it? He legit, we're talking about it right now. He posted all the Real Madrid fans flipping him off. Legit, 9 minutes ago. And he's just right there.
See, I love that, dude. You see that right there, bro. This is what I was telling you yesterday on Chaos. Like, he's gonna be their daddy because he's giving them bulletin board material so that they can be motivated against a Barcelona who is not even playing their best, and we don't even have our players. We have Lewandowski out, Olmo out, Joan Garcia out, Rafinha out. That's 4 players, important players to the squad. And there it is, Lamine Yamal, dude, putting his life on the line like that. He knows how much banter he's
Bro,
going to get. If
and
he
volume,
loses.
He's
volume.
putting everything on the line,
And
basically.
volume. You know what's funny? The I screenshot this picture. The one before was a hype video of him cooking Madrid. Like, this guy is a goat. This guy's Instagram is a must follow, bro. Because you know he's gonna post something, bro. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind it though. Like, it's not like
I will give you another angle on this though. This is something that has to be said because when you talk, you have to walk the talk. So now he has
talk
to
to talk
show
and
up.
walk the walk. Yeah.
he has to deliver.
He hasn't
this is
been
the
playing to
important
his
thing.
standards yet this season. He hasn't been playing to his standards, so he needs to ball out tomorrow morning because if he's gonna go out and put stuff like this, then that means he's 100%. He feels confident in his game. He feels confident he'll show up and he'll be there and show out. And dude, I am here for it, man. I'm here for it.
But this is the thing. You know what it is, right? When you put your neck on the line like this, bro, it could either be amazing or it could backfire. You gotta understand, bro. You don't want to know why this El Clasico is hyped and why I like what Yamal has done. This has riled up the Madrid fans. Like, I'm sure Madrid fans don't need any reason to be riled up. But I'm sure even Will, I know Will is watching, right? I'm even sure even him seeing what Yamal is doing is probably giving him more hype. He's gonna be like, now we have to win this game. We have, bro, you cannot let Yamal cook us tomorrow. Bro, after all the shit this brother said, if he cooks us, we are finished.
No, we
You are all
are getting,
finished as a they're all finished as a football club. Do you understand, bro, how shameless we're gonna be, Barca fans, if Yamal wins us the game after all the shit he's been saying?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
come on.
dude. They're gonna be hiding under the rocks, bro. Like I'm telling you, like if
Omar,
Lamine
It's gonna be
Yamal
impossible to
goes
find
down-
them.
I'm not joking, bro. Omar, if we win, bro, we won 5 in a row, bro. Bro, if Lamine Yamal wins, hold up. If Lamine wins 7 in a row
bro.
versus
Hey,
Mbappe,
hold on, Jonas. Hold on. Stay right there. Let me.
Yeah, my guy.
hey, bro,
Yeah.
no, I'm telling you, bro. The breakdown, listen, I'm not even joking. If Yamal wins 7 in a row against Mbappe, this is beyond ownership, bro. Like, it's not even father stuff. This is like grandfather. Like, he owns the lineage, bro. This is crazy.
I feel like
He owns the lineage is crazy.
Nada, you know that
This is crazy,
Joel Embiid quote. This ain't no rivalry. They always kick our ass.
Hey,
That's
these bros at the library, bro. That's
Listen,
that's
you
that's
see
that's
this
cool,
right here?
man. That's what's up.
This right here, the
I'm
deed
not a library.
to the Bernabeu.
It looks like a
Signed
library.
on Yamal's name.
It's
I still got it sealed in here, okay, bro? Listen,
Hell
Yamal told me to remove it today.
I'm
to
just
remind
letting
them
you
that
guys
he's-
know, bro. I'm just letting you guys know. If we win tomorrow, dude, chaos is gonna be generational, bro. I am bringing something you guys are not expecting, dude. I'm telling you, bro. If we win tomorrow,
No,
these
no,
guys,
You have to be wearing suits.
Matrix will even end the stream day, bro. They don't want to see.
Oh, they will all
don't
get
wanna
it.
see
Matrix,
this.
Matrix.
Even
Let me tell you
Faisal.
something, bro. Let me
Faisal
tell
will
you
not
something.
like this either. If
Let
Faisal
me tell you
sees,
something. Go ahead, Fukadi. Go ahead, Fukadi.
if we win tomorrow by a huge scoreline, I am going to see the biggest crash out from Faisal Hassan.
And we will be here.
No, no,
You know-
not Faisal Hassan. Ryan Turkey, actually, aka Faisal Hassan.
Bro,
You
that's
know
a
what we're
crazy
gonna do?
thing.
Let me tell you something, right?
Bro.
If you guys are available tomorrow, and we win, bro, we will do an emergency meeting where we are gonna react to every single crash out from
No, we
everyone.
have
Because you
to,
know they
yeah.
will all like we need to, bro, as a team, bro. We need to be here. Listen, you know what I need everyone to do? I need you all to get your best suits ready for this, bro.
No, but you
We're
know,
all gonna react.
no,
We're gonna-
guys, no, for real. You guys know what we need? We need to team up and just like gather clips and information about everything.
Dude, that's
they
what
said,
I'm
bro.
saying, bro. We need
That's
to
what we
clip
need to do.
everything, bro. Bro, I'm telling you,
need to put one
you
video
don't understand,
together.
volume tomorrow, bro. Right?
That would
We
be
will
actually
all-
that's smart.
I will
Volume.
go
That's
to
smart.
every single
Can't lie.
Madrid fan page I know, and I will be clipping up every single crash out. And we're going to react to every single one. We are
Dude.
gonna drink the Madrid tears all
Dude.
night, bro. Because you don't understand.
be there.
Yo, I can't lie. We better not lose, bro. We better not lose, bro. Please. No, Yamal.
Nobody can lose this game, bro. Nobody can lose this game.
bro. You gotta deliver, bro. Please, bro.
It's
You
crazy,
know, I've heard
it's crazy how
crazy things.
millionaires are about to like they lose, they go back to their mansions, they go have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
I've heard
They're back to their luxury cars.
Dude, I've heard crazy things like Xavi Alonso will be fired if they lose bad tomorrow, like 3-0, 4-0.
That has to be,
Alonso
that
will
has
be
to be a lie.
It's crazy,
crazy.
man. But look, I do want to point something out, dude. Liverpool just lost today, 3-2, bro.
Yeah, 3-2.
I mean, I'm not
Sunderland.
surprised.
Just to put it into context, right? Let's put into context how much
Go ahead.
it matters to play at a team like Barça, a team like Madrid, where the standards, dude, are so high and everything gets so like.
You would have been
Imagine
sacked. Club would have been
imagine if Barcelona or Madrid spent 700 million euros in a project
yes,
of
Philip
2
would be
years, and we were on a ridiculous run, bro, for the Community Shield. They lost the Community Shield to Crystal Palace. Then they went on and barely won at Newcastle, right? They barely won on a last minute. They barely beat Arsenal by 1-0 on a banger, dude. That was like a 30-yard goal. Besides that, bro, they also lost to like Crystal Palace. They lost to Galatasaray, bro. They lost to teams like they lost to Chelsea
And
they lost
Manchester
to
United, don't
Manchester
forget.
United. They lost to Brentford today, bro. This is a dude. If it's not for the last minute goals they've been scoring early in the season, they would be on a generational trash run right now. And nobody cares, bro. Like nobody cares because it's just fucking Liverpool. Like this was
it's just Liverpool.
This was Barca. Can you imagine if Barcelona was on that kind of performance run?
Flick would have been sacked.
Dude, oh my
On God,
god!
Flick out.
On
telling you,
Bro,
right
man
now.
said it's just Liverpool. It's fucking crazy.
Just Liverpool.
He's not lying.
Just
bro.
Liverpool.
He's not lying, bro.
No, because that's so true. Because right now, I just checked Liverpool's record so far just in the Premier League, and they are on a
shit, my internet.
4-game losing streak.
Bro, imagine they
No
lost
way.
to Frankfurt. They lost in the Champions League to Frankfurt.
Yes.
Bro, the fans would be tearing
No,
that.
no,
I
no,
thought,
no,
I
no.
thought it was 3
It
games.
was 1-0.
Yeah, Barcelona, we've lost what 2 games so far this season, and I'm
Also,
seeing the reaction.
yes.
Sack Hansi Flick.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still in a crisis.
we're-
no?
Levels.
Exactly, bro.
We're
Look,
like in a crisis. You know, this team is ass.
this
We're not
is-
winning anything.
Exactly, bro.
Liverpool
No, this-
spent more than almost $1 billion.
Standards,
Look,
bro.
this is the
We're
crazy
still
thing
in a
right here.
crisis.
I've heard these stories already. I saw a couple like stories like Hans sack Xavi Alonso. Dude, if Xavi Alonso loses a Clásico, that's his second.
Yeah, bro.
loss. That's his
That's
second.
his
Hold
exam.
on.
Sam
Let
was
me
Second
finish.
big game loss.
If he
No, go,
loses
go,
to
go.
a Clásico, bro, that's his second loss of the season.
Yeah. I don't know
Second
how
loss
they wanted to go.
in 10 games. Second loss in 10 games.
Yeah.
And
It's
even
called
Will
standard,
said, if he loses bad 3-0, 4-0, I'm gone. Like he's fired.
He's
I'm
gone.
like, dude,
And
No,
that would
but
be
that's the-
that
but
would be
this
the end
is
of
the
Real
thing, right?
Madrid. Also, I have a
But
question.
no.
guys.
So hold on, Ricardo, before you ask
All
the
right.
question. Here's the thing, bro. This is why, like, sometimes when I'm talking to like my Premier League friends, like Northside, I pick up to Northside every time, right? Northside is one of the people that always calls out his fan base, calls out his manager, and people always call him negative. I said, bro, as a Barca fan, I'm like, bro, this is normal to me because this is how I think as a Barca fan. It's not about being negative. It's called having standards, bro. Some things are unacceptable.
Thank you.
Depending on the circumstances. Okay? Like you mentioned, Miguel. If Barcelona spent 700 million
the
in the
batter
summer,
we will get, bro.
I don't care if Flick won the domestic table last season. If we went on the street that Liverpool are on, bro, he would be sacked. Do you understand, bro? The Barca fans, we are bipolar, bro.
Dude,
we
the Spanish media, bro.
We lose
The
3 games
Spanish
in a row.
media, what they will do to Barca if we were on that run, dude. The Spanish media, dude.
No,
What did
no,
they do
they
to Xavi?
Oh.
they'd kill him.
Oh my god, bro. Xavi sound depressed. Like legit. I was like, yo,
Yo,
Xavi,
Xavi-
bro, like seek therapy. It's crazy, bro. Like, I'm not even joking, bro. Like it's crazy. Listen, Miguel, it sounded disrespectful, but it's not. Liverpool at the end of the day, there's just levels to it. There's a reason why Trent left Liverpool for Madrid, because it's a step up. Like, that's the truth. Let's be honest, bro.
It's the eyes, it's the viewership. Look at these brands, the Barça, Real Madrid. Who gets more views? El Clásico, bro. Like this kid on one Barça fan against 5 Premier League fans, dude. He said that some game in Aston Villa was better than El Clásico. Dude, do you understand?
Yeah, that was
Upwards of
crazy.
500 million people are watching this game. The world literally stops in South America. The world literally stops in Europe, dude. Everybody's watching. And as much as these Premier League teams don't want to admit, dude, they are watching El Clásico, bro. They are
No, they are.
Of course, bro. It's the biggest game of the season, bro. Let me tell you, bro. Watch tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, every single Premier League content creator is doing Classical watch along tomorrow. What does that tell you? It doesn't matter, bro. Because that's what tells you this is the biggest game in the season. okay, for any league in the world.
The best players in
every-
history have played for both of these
Bro,
two teams. When
and
you
this
talk
is the
about
thing.
the all-time 11, just in general, regardless of league, the majority of those players have played for either Barcelona or Real Madrid and have created legacies there. It's simple as that. Barcelona and Real Madrid, that's the peak of football. That you can't go higher
It
than
is.
that.
No,
It's the
bro.
peak. That's every single player's dream is to play for one of those two teams.
Look at
Simple
what
as
Real
that.
Madrid did, for example.
Bro.
Real Madrid, they didn't win anything this season, and look at what they did. They rebuilt their defensive line. They fired their coach, who has won Champions League, who has
And they
won La
got Trent.
Ligas, who has competed very well up until this point. And let's be honest, Ancelotti had excuses. There were so many injuries. They didn't replace Tony Cruz. They didn't get a striker. At the end of the day, like he had reasons to say, "Hey, I needed help last season. Give me another season." No, bro. No, you're not getting another season. We're getting
Volume.
Xabi Alonso.
Volume.
You're out.
And you know what else?
Yes.
Even Ancelotti asked Perez, I
Big up
need
to
reinforcements.
Joker for the
Perez
super chat.
said no. So that's also on Perez as well. You know?
Oh yeah, but that's what I
Fine.
mean, though. That's what I mean. There's no
But-
excuses. You have to deliver. At the end of the season, if you don't deliver, they're not going to put up with 2-3 seasons of you not winning anything. If you don't win anything one
Volume.
season, you're gone, bro. That's it. It's like the standard is so high.
Yeah, but you know what's funny, Volume, right? You know what you just mentioned about big clubs, right? How big our clubs are, and Elias, what you mentioned, right? Let me tell you, when in my youth, when I realized how big Barcelona and Real Madrid are, when I really realized how big our clubs are, right? It was in 2009, right? 2007, 2008, right? I was watching Barcelona at the time, right? We had just lost the league to Real Madrid, but Real Madrid had fallen off a cliff around that time, right? They had fallen off, right? Manchester United were the best team in the world at the time. They had just won the Champions League. They were league winners, Champions League winners. They were on top of the world, right?
Yep.
They had the best player in the world playing for them.
Yep.
At the prime years of his career, for the best team in Europe. And then after they win the Champions League, Cristiano Ronaldo said after he won the Champions League, I want to leave the best team in the world right now
Yep.
to go and join a Real Madrid team that can't even go past the round of 16.
Mm-hmm.
That is the moment I realized there are levels to this. This brother did everything to leave Manchester United. Sir Alex Ferguson had to beg him. He had to plead with him to give him one more season. Then he can let him leave in 2009. And guess what? In 2009, bro, 2009, Manchester United did the Champions League final against Barcelona, and we beat them. And then after that, he left to go to Real Madrid, that was still struggling. So this is the level, bro. Let me tell you guys how bad Real Madrid were at the time. They had a past Cannavaro in that team. They had Van Nistelrooy in that team. They had Robin in that team. They had Ribery in that team. They had what's his name? Kevin
Take me back,
Gennaro in
bro.
that
Take
team.
me back.
Ruben De La Red. That was the Madrid team back in that. Bro, that season, that year in the Champions League, when we won the treble under Pep. Do you know who knocked Madrid out of the Champions League that season? It was
Lyon,
Liverpool.
no?
Liverpool
Lyon.
knocked them out, and Liverpool did 5-0 aggregate on their head top, beating them 1-0 at the Bernabeu, and then beating them 4-0 at Anfield. I will never forget. I watched that game with my own two eyes. Okay, bro. I'm telling you, that's the level that the Real Madrid were, and still Cristiano Ronaldo said, "Nah, F all of that. I'm still want to go and join that team over staying at Manchester United, who were in a better position." That is when I realized, yo, there are levels to this. Barcelona and Real Madrid are bigger than all of your clubs. Doesn't matter what you win. You will never be as big as us. Your best players will leave you to join us, even if we're struggling. Lewandowski left Bayern
Bro, I was
Munich
about to
to
say
come to
Lewandowski.
Barcelona. Lewandowski, at the prime years when he was still scoring at the highest level, said, "Nah, I want to go test myself. Where do I want to go? I want to go to Barcelona." Why did he go to Barca? He could have gone to the Premier League. He could have gone to join Manchester City. He could have gone and joined any of those clubs. But now he said, "Nah, I want to go and play for Barca. I want to have that in my resume. I want to say, yo, I played for Bayern Munich, Dortmund, and I played for FC Barcelona, and I've won the league over there." You understand what I mean? Right? I joined them when they needed a striker. I joined them during their Barca era, and I helped them rebuild them. Like Lewandowski will go down as a Barca legend.
Yep.
People don't want to accept it. He joined us at the time when we needed a superstar, and he actually helped us. And he's going to leave at the point where we are actually on the rise.
Well,
We are going to
and,
remember him.
Antoine Griezmann left, but oh wait, never mind. Atletico Madrid.
Brother said Griezmann. Brother said Griezmann. Forget about it. But like, honestly,
It's little bro. It's little bro.
Guys, guys, I wanted to show you guys this. Before.
What is this?
Look at guys.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Guys,
I've seen that.
Not
This is-
seen it.
this-
Well, what's up?
I
with
haven't
this?
seen it. What is it?
What's
Let me
Lamine
play.
doing, bro?
Oh
Let
my
me
god,
play.
brother.
No,
Bro,
listen.
Bro, Lamine's up to no good. Bro.
he's trying to ruin my mental health, man. My mental health. I am about to get on the ground outside right now.
They waited.
Yamal,
They
that
waited
was Yamal,
outside.
guys.
They
That
waited
was
Yo,
Yamal. Look. That was Yamal. You're booing him, bro. We see how rattled they are, bro.
They're ready.
Spaniards, by the way, Spaniards. Remember, Lamine won you a Euro. He won you a Euro, Spaniards. Stop,
That's
No,
stop.
listen,
true.
but this
That's
is how
true,
rattled
bro.
they are
That's
right
true.
now. But this is
That's
how rattled they
insane.
are right now. This is how
By the
rattled
way, you know what? I also don't care that Lamine talks a bit, especially when it comes to like Real Madrid, right? I always criticize him when he's not playing that good, which, to be fair, that's only very recently. But with Lamine Yamal, bro, this is the same fan base that hated on Messi, and Messi's legit so humble. So if you hate Messi, right, and you're legit every single day commenting on his Instagram, crazy things, right, brother, I don't care what Lamine says because clearly you can't win. You cannot buy the Real Madrid fans, and they don't need to love you. But that's what I'm saying. Humble or not humble, they're gonna hate you regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really care, bro.
Bro, they were turning on their own players, bro. It doesn't even matter, right? Like, if anybody's not playing well for Madrid, they're doing the same thing, spouting all that crazy shit in the comments or whatever it is. They're turning on their own. I don't expect anything different or less when they're talking about Barça. To me,
Bro.
that's why I
really-
don't care. You know, people talk about professionalism, whatever. Don't care. Game is
Like,
game. You
and
want
they
to
want us
talk?
to-
As long
you
as you
know-
talk on the pitch, I'm good.
Yo, guys, quick side note. I've just been looking at who was appointed the referee for the match, and I was just looking at the stats. Thoughts on Sotogrado being the referee? According to
Come
this,
on.
Barcelona's win
Yo.
percentage with them is like 42%. Real Madrid's almost 63. Our loss percentage is almost 35, and Real Madrid's is 9. Well, and he was the referee. I believe it was in the 2023-24.
Yep.
Yeah.
For that Clásico when the ball went in, and he
Wow,
just
it's him.
he didn't give Barcelona the goal.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's him, yeah.
can I say?
Oh,
can
wait,
I talk
that's
about
the same
that goal?
guy.
Yeah, but
yeah.
It's the same
Come
guy.
here,
It's the same guy.
first of all, La Liga doesn't have the goal line technology. I mean, can we actually blame the referee on that?
No,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
we
I
haven't-
can't.
No, the ball's inside. Like the ball is like fully inside. Like I'm
No, but
sorry.
the thing is, it's like
It's
they
very
have to
hard
make that,
to see,
They have
to
to
be
make that with their eyes. What's it called?
Yeah.
Like Teba should have just paid for goal line technology. To be honest, that's
That's
why.
honestly, it's just ridiculous how goal line technology does not exist in La Liga because this president of La Liga, Tebas, is trying to ruin the damn league, and we can't even sign players, no more, and we can't even compete with the Prem, who are spending like billions and billions. Like this league is so finished. We don't even have goal line technology. All I gotta say is well done, Tebas. Just well fucking done, man. This league is finished, man. And tomorrow, my mental
Hey, you
health.
know what, Facardo? I will say this though, right? I know we always say the broke alone jokes, bro. At least we're not like Liverpool, spending 700 million and still not even being bad, being worse. That. Imagine if we spended like 160 for like Dani Olmo, I would have got pissed. So, I mean, it is what it is, bro. But for tomorrow, bro, I think. Listen, guys, I have to say this. It's two teams that, let's be real, I feel like Barca are underperforming. Madrid, I think a bit overrated. They're kind of underperforming too, right? I see goals in it. I feel like it's two teams that are definitely flawed. Like if any team says that they're perfect and they got a lot of answers or they're in good form, they're lying, right? I think it's two flawed teams going at it. It might be a mid-off, but I think that's going to make for a lot of goals, bro, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think a
it's highly
significant part for this Clásico is it was an excuse that Madridistas used a lot last season was Lucas Vázquez, because let's be honest, he was very influential of us, getting a lot of goals through them. Now that he's not part of the team, now that he's not there, unfortunately, Lord Lucas Vázquez. Now, like they have Valverde back there, so they can't use an excuse now, right? So that's why the win will be even sweeter. That
Bro,
about Lucas,
yeah,
can I
just
say this about Lucas Vázquez though? The season before that, 23-24, he arguably had a man of the match performance.
robbery,
against us at
no, robbery.
Santiago Bernabeu. I
Robbery.
mean, he created that penalty and he scored an equalizer.
Hold up,
Robbery.
though,
I mean, all of a sudden he's a bum. but-
You guys do,
A
guys,
class
wait.
in a
You
class
do
of
realize
acting.
that you do realize Cancelo was the main reason for that, right? The first,
Yeah, that's Cancelo tax. Cancelo's
Listen,
playing against us, bro. He's just
the second goal, and the second goal, that we conceded, Lucas Vasquez was unmarked, and who was marking him? Joao Cancelo. He stood up like a fucking idiot.
Bro, Cancelo can't defend,
that penalty
bro.
he
That
dove,
guy was
bro. He
bro,
dove for
in the
that
big
penalty.
Yeah,
games,
he
was horrible
dove.
for us.
He dove for sure. But I don't. We have no excuses, man.
No, I agree.
know-
I agree with Jonas. I feel like this is two teams that are not playing in the best form. It's like who's coming into this game in the worst way possible. Like, for example, okay, so Real Madrid, I do agree with Real Madrid being a little bit overrated in the sense that they have won a lot of games in La Liga basically effortless. But at the same time, every time they were tested, they were never able to get over the hump up against better teams. Like, for example, Marseille, they got bailed out by a penalty. Against
Can we talk about that penalty, by the way, Volume?
Yeah, against for example, against Juventus, they got bailed out by Courtois. He made 2 unbelievable saves in that game, and they only won that game 1-0. Had it not been for that, I mean, that they would have dropped points there. If Courtois not saved them against Getafe with 9 men, at the end of that game, they would have dropped points. They would have dropped 2 points. So there are a lot of places where you can see how Real Madrid can be. Their results, are very inflated. Now, when you look at Barcelona is more of a reality, right? Because Barcelona actually dropped points. We dropped points to Sevilla. We also drew. What was the other game?
Rayo Vallecano 1-1.
We drew against Rayo Vallecano. So we actually did drop those points. We haven't looked perfect either. So at the end of the day, this is going to be an open game. It'll be fun for all those neutrals. It'll be amazing for the neutrals. But I see this game. I almost want to. I hate picking draws. We haven't drawn in a Clásico in 7 years, bro. And I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be 2-2. But I'm still gonna go like in my official prediction. I think Barcelona does get it done though, barely 3-2, and it's gonna be generational, dude. We are gonna get it done. But
3-2, Yamal winner.
All I'm saying is I am not going to be surprised if it ends up being 2-2 because it's at the Bernabeu. They have a little bit of a better defense. They have a much healthier squad and their deeper roster off the bench as well. So I think those things are going to help Real Madrid. And you know what? I think at the end of the day, Barcelona will, at the very least, will draw this game. But I think we're gonna beat them 3-2.
I actually think the same. Also, I went 3-2. I was thinking, is it going to be a last-minute winner? Is it going to be dramatic? But if you go to it, okay. Yeah, there was the Bellingham goals. There's the Kessié goal recently, right? But it's not always last minute. If you go to the Clásicos, usually the winner is scored around the 80th minute in the Clásicos. So I think maybe we win the game, score 80th minute goal, right? 79th minute, and then we just hold on 3-2, bro. And by the way, when I say hold on, not like park the bus. Like we're going to the 4th and we get a bit lucky and we, you know what I'm saying, Madrid just can't take their chances. I see 3-2 Barca. That's what I've been saying.
3-2. Lamine Yamal last minute winner would feed generations. That would just crash the internet. 3-2 and Yamal winner. That would break the internet. After all the shit that Yamal's talking. Imagine if Yamal scores the last minute winner and he takes off his shirt, and does the Messi. And
it's gonna be the Rashford Clásico. Like Fermin might ball out. Lamine will ball out. Rashford's good. I think he's gonna bat a goal, bro. I need a brace. Rashford. That would feed generations, bro.
Rashford versus Mbappe. Rashford versus Mbappe tomorrow. Ooh.
If Rashford gets the winner, that's it. The loan's done. Lock it in. Go ahead. Play it out.
Chesney gets the winner.
We're good. Get the paperwork done.
30 million might sound like
we need to play Getafe football tomorrow. Park the fucking bus.
Bro.
We're
not doing Bordalas football. It's not happening.
I know we're going to play a high line, but my blood pressure, my mental health cannot take tomorrow's game because I know
be prepared, bro. Don't be prepared. Just that's all I'm gonna say.
I will be prepared, but we need to play some Haram Getafe and Let's Go Madrid type of football. So that way we can limit them,
That's not gonna happen, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, but this is the thing, yeah. But look, I'm gonna be honest. I said 3-2. I've been saying 3-2 for a long time. But yeah, you know what it is. I would personally take a draw, based on the circumstances, because we don't have our best squad. I believe that if they can't beat this team that is injury hampered right now, bro, that should give us all the confidence that the next time we play them, we have a fully fit squad. We're gonna cook them. You understand what I mean, right?
I do.
But I'm going 3-2. But this is the funny thing. I don't think it's going to be a player that we all expect to get the winner. I think it's going to be like a Ferran Torres coming off the bench and deciding.
Eric Garcia.
Eric Garcia crashing the box, bro.
Eric
Listen,
He did last season.
I'm here
we
for it.
will be here for it. But listen, big up to all the people who are here. Big up to all the panelists in here, guys. Listen, I am hyped, guys. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be doing the watch along tomorrow. I'm hurt. I am so hurt, guys.
Damn.
I was called into work last minute yesterday, so I will not be able to do the watch along. We'll be doing a stream for the reaction. Please, I beg you guys. Please.
Okay.
I will take the draw, or I'll take the win.
Still upload a reaction though, Omar. Dude,
Oh, of course. Yeah, reaction will be out. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Reaction will definitely be out, right? Yeah, man. Unfortunately, guys, it's on work on El Clasico. This was my nightmare when I found out.
Yeah,
because
because
it's a
an
new
early
job,
kickoff, right?
man. It's a new job I just had. So I can't.
Omar, bro, you gotta do the method at school. You know what I'm saying? On your
Hey,
laptop.
hey.
No, you gotta have the game
Listen,
on,
man.
bro.
I got mouths to feed, man. Come on, man.
I hear
I felt that, bro.
it.
I hear it. I hear it.
Love that. Yeah.
Yeah, but listen, man, guys, listen. Big up to all the people who have been here, guys. This has been a special Coolest Culture El Clasico preview edition, guys. Big up to all the panelists who have been here, guys. This stream will be redirecting you all, guys, to Northside LDN, my brother, bro. Listen, he's Arsenal right now. You know, big up to my Jose. He's Jose. You're my Arsenal fan. You know,
Northside's interesting, bro. He's a cool dude. Good stream, bro. Good stream. Hey, and
cool
bro,
guy.
honestly,
That's my
the competition today too was phenomenal, lads. Phenomenal, bro. Had a great
Very
time.
good.
Bro. We got to be ready for tomorrow. We got to be ready
Let's
for
get
tomorrow.
that. Let's get
Listen,
that one.
hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's
Hype,
moving to
man.
Barcelona soon. So he's saying that he's gonna be supporting Barça now because he's moving.
Honorary Barca fan.
Honorary Barca fan. Big up to my guy, man. But
We'll
listen,
keep him on
go
loan.
on
Him
there.
and Rashford. You know what I'm saying?
go, guys. Go check out his channel, guys. He's doing a match reaction right now. I'm sure he's in a great mood. Chelsea lost. Liverpool lost. He's having a great time right now. Go, guys. Go support my guy, man. Big up to all the people. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications. And bro, let's get the 5 in a row tomorrow, guys.
Visca Barça.
Let's
Visca
kill them.
Barça, vamos.
We gotta murder these lot. You know.
Let's go.
Hey.